All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with another live stream. God, it's not even 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. It's early morning for me. It's always early morning on your day off. So got some early morning shenanigans here. As you guys can see, I have I have some things posted on this side of the screen. A slideshow there with some of the fights from last night. So it was a big night for strawweight last night. Strawweight was the only weight class on display for women's mixed martial arts on the UFC card last night, and I thought they actually put on a pretty good show. I mean, I would say so. But how's everybody in the land? Where's my people? Where's my people? Well, while we wait, while we wait, let's see, in true no filter MMA fashion, in true no filter MMA passion, fashion, excuse me, and passion. uh, just waiting on a few of my trustees to pop up. Hear their names pop up. Where they at? Where my trustees at? Marcus Bell, Stamina MC, Women in Combat Sports, Harpit Singh, Robert Henry, George Page. Where y'all at? Let's go. Anyways, guys, because I know a lot of people want to hear what I got to say about Kay Hansen. Now everybody's saying Kay Hansen got robbed. I'm just like, here we go. Here we go. I found one thing really interesting about people. And one thing I find really, really interesting about people is if there's like a fad or if there's like a hype train or if there's, something going on, whether it's a fighter, whether it's a president or whether it's a team, it doesn't matter. If one of those people lose, then oh my God, something didn't go right. Something had to be something wrong. Somebody fucked up somewhere. If this person lost, somebody fucked up somewhere. I mean, that's all we're hearing nowadays anyway. Um, yeah. So. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start talking. They'll come in as they come in. So, all right. So let's talk, people. Um, I thought Corey McKenna went out there and whooped Kay Hansen's ass. I mean, I'm sorry. I thought Corey McKenna went out here with a great game. Listen, Team Alpha Male is doing great things with a young prospect like Corey McKenna because Corey McKenna, when you look at Corey McKenna, she's a curvier strawweight. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Corey McKenna's body type, you don't think athletic, you don't think explosive, you don't think technical. And that's three things about Corey McKenna that I noticed on the Contender Series. Um, that's one thing about McKenna that I noticed on Contender Series, guys. Corey McKenna is very athletic. She's very explosive. You know what I'm saying? And her technique is very good. You know what I'm saying? Uriah Faber is doing a great thing over there with McKenna. He may have something here. Now, I'm not calling McKenna, the next champion at strawweight, but Uriah Faber might have a solid contender here in Corey McKenna. He might just have himself a solid 115 pounder in Corey McKenna. She's very young, guys. Very young. But for Corey McKenna to be so young, the way Corey McKenna came out here and just literally like put hands on Kay Hansen, for me that was just, it was super impressive on how she was able to do that. And the reason I say that is because you look at Kay Hansen, who's 21 years old, and you look at the way that she fought Ji Young Frey. You know, even though she won that fight, it just didn't seem like somebody who's been in the octagon for a long time, especially who's not somebody who's really spent a lot of rounds on the feet. You know what I'm saying? So um, I just felt like Kay Hansen in that fight with Frey, she was very, it's hard to put it, like very stiff, very square, like kind of robotic, like with her striking. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then you go and you see Corey McKenna make this huge splash on Contender Series. And I'm like, oh man, I wonder who they gonna put in there with Corey McKenna. I mean, yeah, I was wondering who they're gonna put Corey McKenna in there with. I was expecting Kay Hansen to get a big fight, her next fight. You know, maybe like an Angela Hill or Mackenzie Dern, or you know, somebody. I was expecting Kay Hansen, them to try to actually like push Kay Hansen. You know what I'm saying? Like I was expecting them to like push Hansen into that spotlight. Um, but they chose to put her against another prospect, which you rarely ever see the UFC do that. You rarely ever see the UFC pit two prospects, like real prospects, against each other. Um, but anyways, like I was saying, guys, you know, and in this fight with Corey McKenna, McKenna, very fast hands, very well rounded. Um, I think the first one of the first fighters to come into the UFC as a mixed martial artist was Rory McDonald. I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure Rory McDonald was like the first mixed martial artist that came through and made it to the top of 170 pounds. Um, you know, championship level motherfucker. He's one of the first ones I think that came through with just that. Not, I didn't specialize in this. But there's nothing wrong with somebody who specializes in something. I love specialists. I love people who develop to be a well-rounded fighter but come from being a specialist. But like fighters like Rory, fighters like McKenna, like Corey McKenna, you know what I'm saying, coming in just well-rounded. Like anywhere the fight goes, I'm gonna be competitive with you. You know, and I felt like coming out on the feet. God, I got cotton mouth this morning. I wonder why. But anyways, you know, I felt like when Kay Hansen, when she was fighting McKenna, and I felt like McKenna's team. Listen, guys, Corey McKenna has Uriah Faber. That's her coach. Uriah Faber is Corey McKenna's coach. So if I can see the gaping holes in Corey McKenna's, I mean, in Kay Hansen's game, and I'm not even a fighter. I mean, I fought karate for about 5 years and won a championship in karate, but that's when I was, you know, a kid. Um, but if I can see the gaping holes in you know, in the fact that Kay Hansen looks very slow and very stiff on the feet, um, then I'm pretty sure that Uriah Faber's seen it too. But and when I heard about this matchup, I said, "Well, God, Corey McKenna, she's a fast little, like she's fast with the hands, she's good with the takedowns, she's a good clinch fighter. Like, damn, Corey McKenna does everything well." And then Kay Hansen, I'm just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, she's gonna fuck up. She's gonna fuck. Guys, it seems like fights like this I never do the videos on. Fights that I think so strongly about and shit plays out into my favor. I don't do videos on those fights. I don't know why, guys. I don't know. Um, but she was forcing when Corey McKenna came out with good movement. Like her movement was fucking amazing. Um, McKenna comes out and hits those angles, man, and throws those straight shots down the middle. You know what I'm saying? And was just like not even halfway through the first round, Corey McKenna had caused damage on the left side of Kay Hansen's face. Like Kay Hansen's left side was already compromised halfway through the first round. Not even halfway through the first round because McKenna was just landing that 1-2-3 combo. 1-2-3 because Kay Hansen was leaving her head wide up, wide open to be hit. Like just hanging it out there in the air to be hit after she would throw a shot. You know, but in Kay Hansen's favor, though, like I said, Corey McKenna forced Kay Hansen to be faster, to use angles, to use in and out movement. You know what I'm saying? Like she forced. I seen a better Kay Hansen out here against Corey McKenna. I did. Like I seen Kay Hansen look a lot better than she did against GM Frey in this fight with Corey McKenna. Reggie the Tree, what's up, man? What's good with you, fam? You know what it is. You know what it is, Reggie the Tree, man. You already know what it is, dog. Um, Let me see something real quick. Let me check something real quick. Reggie the Tree, you got me thinking about something, dog. You got me thinking about something, homie. Let me do something real quick. All right. There we go. I knew it was somebody that I was missing. Um, I feel like she forced Kay Hansen to be a better striker tonight because when they were on the feet, man, Corey McKenna was just bringing it. She was bringing it. She was bringing it to Kay Hansen, man. Like, not a lot of power in the strikes of Corey McKenna, but over time, just the accuracy of McKenna, man, it was just building up. Like those shots were building up, building up, building up. Then the fight went to the ground. On the ground, the fight was very competitive. I was actually surprised. I thought Kay Hansen actually did. I'm about to go back and watch it, but I think it was pretty even on the feet. I feel like Kay Hansen got that. Kay Hansen, I mean, it was pretty even on the ground. Kay Hansen had a lot of control time though. Yeah, she was punching with purpose, man. Kay Hansen had a lot of ground control, but Corey McKenna did well. I was impressed with Corey McKenna's ground game against somebody who's as good on the ground as Kay Hansen. Like Kay Hansen had a rear naked choke sunk in on Corey McKenna, and instead of just laying there and riding, Corey McKenna neutralized with one hand. She neutralized the rear naked choke, and with the other hand, she was just punching Kay Hansen in the face. And Kay Hansen was on her back, like was on Corey McKenna's back, and Corey McKenna was landing hard shots to the dome of fucking Kay. Like, man, listen. What I like about McKenna is that she is always attacking. Like it doesn't matter where she's at, she's always moving. She doesn't accept positions. Like Corey McKenna doesn't accept positions. Like she doesn't accept the fact that she was on the ground with Kay Hansen and Kay Hansen was close to locking up a rear naked choke. She didn't accept that. She kept fucking working. She kept going. She kept rolling. She kept going, and she kept going until she got out until the bell rung out. You know what I'm saying? And then she get back on the feet with Kay Hansen and starts piecing Kay Hansen the fuck up. Like I said it, man. I said Kay Hansen cannot fight on the feet. Somebody with decently quick hands, like I'm talking just decently quick hands. Whoa. Okay. Um I just knew that somebody. I mean, imagine if it was Angela. Imagine if it was Angela Hill, or Tisha Torres. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, Luma Luke Boonme. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if it was somebody with good hand, like really good hands. I mean, Corey McKenna had good hands, but imagine if it was like a veteran with good hands. Like I said, imagine if it was Tisha. Imagine if it was Claudia. Imagine if that was Karolina Kovalevich in there with Kay Hansen. You know what I'm saying? Even Kovalevich would get a W on Kay Hansen. You know what I'm saying? I think Kovalevich beats Kay Hansen. I think everybody. I think from the top 15 up, everybody beats Kay Hansen. Women in combat sports. There we go. Now my people starting to roll in. Let's look at the let's look at the rankings at 115 pounds. I just don't, guys. Just like I don't see really a future for Ji Young Frey, I don't see a future for Kay Hansen. Somebody had to win that fight with her and Ji Young Frey. Like Ji Young Frey and Kay Hansen, somebody had to win that fight. Let's see. Man, I don't know, man. I think she got it. Combo Breaker 99 had a really good point the other day. He was like, he doesn't see why fighters like Kay Hansen has got the chance to fight in the UFC, and people like Aaron Blanchfield, you know what I'm saying, hadn't had a chance to go up and fight in the UFC, but Kay Hansen gets a shot. Like Kay Hansen, Kay Hansen, like okay, champion Zhang Weili, Lavinia Souza, she beats Kay Hansen. Okay, Felice Herrig. I don't know about that. She might beat Felice Herrig. Verna Jandiroba. Nope, she ain't beating Jandiroba. She ain't beating Angela Hill. She ain't beating Mackenzie Dern. She ain't beating Amanda Ribas. She ain't beating Tisha Torres. She ain't beating Marina Rodriguez. She ain't beat. Well, she might beat Michelle Watterson. She ain't gonna beat Claudia Gadelia. She would not beat Nina Ansaroff. She would not beat Carla Esparza. She would not beat Yao Shannon, and she would not beat Joanna Young Jacek, and she would not beat Rose Namajunas, and she damn sure ain't gonna beat Weili Zhang. So I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where does Kay Hansen go? Kay Hansen is 21. She's 21. Maybe she'll get better. Like, maybe Kay Hansen will get better. I think it's possible that Kay Hansen gets better, improves over time. Absolutely. These girls are young. I have to remember these girls are young. Um, yeah, these girls are definitely young. So I mean I can't write Kay Hansen off yet. I might the tables might turn on me, guys. Yeah, she is very young. Yeah, she is very young. You right about that, women in combat sports. She can improve. Yeah, so okay. Let me not beat her up too bad. Let me not beat her up too bad. I'm okay. I'm gonna go back on the Kay Hansen a little bit, okay? Because I am rooting for those. I do have a few of those lower tier fighters that I love, like Liana Jojua at 125. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rooting for Liana Jojua. Like I don't know why. I love Liana Jojua. So I'm gonna root for She Wolf. But She Wolf needs time to improve. She needs time to improve. I know that. I know she's got to improve. She's one of them fighters with the big nose. That's always like a compromise. Like that puts fighters with big noses get hurt quicker because their nose gets damaged. Um, like Liana Jojua, her nose is an issue. Misha Tate's nose was an issue. Bilal Muhammad's nose is an issue. Um, Rory McDonald's nose is an issue. Who else had Montana De La Rosa's nose is an issue. Joanna Young Jacek's nose is an issue. Like these big nose fighters, man, they have problems. Um, they have problems when they get hit in it. Like Felicia Spencer has a big nose. No, Felicia Spencer don't have she don't have a big nose. Somebody else has a big nose, and when that thing gets hit, man, it's like ooh. Like you can see it you can tell when their nose is compromised. Anyway, there's a lot of big nose fighters out there, guys, and those big nose fighters get hurt. And JoJo was one of those big nose fighters. But Kay Hansen, man, I don't know. Marcus Bell, what's popping, man? There you go. There we go. There we go. Just talking about Kay Hansen, man. Like, what is Kay Hansen? Who is Kay Hansen going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, Corey McKenna went in there last night. Not everybody's out here saying that Kay Hansen got robbed. Like, that's why I put the title up there that says Kay Hansen robbed. Kay Hansen, all these Kay Hansen fans out here saying that she got robbed last night. By what? She got robbed by the 1-2 combo of Corey McKenna. That's what she got robbed by, that 1-2 combo of Corey McKenna. I mean, did anybody else notice? Did anybody else watch a robbery, or is it just me? No robbery. Thank you, Marcus Bell. Thank you. She got her ass beat last night, did she not? Kay Hansen got her ass beat last night. It wasn't. Was it a split? It was a unanimous decision. Yeah, that was a unanimous decision. Do you think she got robbed? How? How did she get robbed? Also, so far, Team Alpha Male is doing a good job with Corey McKenna. Yeah, yeah, man. Like I was saying earlier before y'all came in here, like Uriah Faber is doing his motherfucking thing. He is doing his motherfucking thing with Corey McKenna at Team Alpha Male. I give him full credit for that because Corey McKenna is very well rounded. That fucks me up every time. Just like Uriah Faber, you know. Corey McKenna is to Uriah Faber what Jillian Robertson is to Dean Thomas. Like that's what it's that I didn't know it was that kind of relationship. Kind of like mentor and like you get to work with these young girls are getting to work with somebody. These young fighters are working that close with somebody that they admire so much, and somebody who has been the key reason that they're as good as they are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all Dean Thomas with Jillian Robertson. Like, everything you see from Jillian Robertson is Dean Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like Dean Thomas built Jillian Robertson as a fighter, and Uriah Faber is doing the same with Corey McKenna. I wonder if Uriah Faber noticed that and admired that and decided to take on somebody like Corey. I wonder. Yeah, Cynthia Calvillo, you're right. Yep. Cynthia Calvillo is also a team out. Yeah. See, that makes Cynthia Calvillo dangerous though, man. That makes Cynthia Calvillo dangerous, man. I think with Jessica Andrade in the way, I think we're starting to put Cynthia as like the third biggest, like the second biggest threat past Jessica Andrade. Guys, I don't know, man. Cynthia Calvillo can fight, man. She can fight. But yeah, Faber's still fighting. Yeah, he came back. He came back. He's 1-1 since he came back. He's 1-1 since he returned. Yep. How many years would you give her to get better before we say it is what it is? Reggie the Tree, come on, man. Um, I think Cynthia Calvillo. Okay. Let me ask. Let me answer Reggie the Tree's question first. Um, you talking about Kay Hansen? uh, oh man, I don't know. She's 21. It depends on how active she is. If she takes a lot of fights and she loses a lot, then um she gotta go on. Listen, I don't even want to put that out there. She gotta go on a streak, man. Like maybe a year and a half. I give Kay Hansen a year and a half, dude. And if she ain't running through somebody, dude, then I'm gonna be like, get her out, man. Like get her out. Cause 115, like I could see Kay Hansen moving up to 125. I mean, she looked kind of big at 115. Not no, because if she go to 125, she's still gonna get beat up. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Hannah Cyphers, she'll beat Hannah Cyphers. I don't know. I just don't see nothing there from Kay Hansen. Like I see a decent ground game and an okay stand up game. Like that is what you call like fellas, people. That is what you call horrible stand up. Montana De La Rosa, that's not horrible stand up. Jesus, I think Corey looked overweight. That's a good answer, BJ. I agree. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I want to see how good Cynthia will do against Caitlin. Caitlin Chukagian. People, we sleeping on Chukagian. We kind of sleeping on Chukagian, and I'm guilty of doing it myself. I'm guilty of doing it myself, but Chuka, listen, man, Chukagian was beating Jessica Andrade up before that body shot. Like, I mean, she was beating her up, man. She was beating her up before that body shot. And I mean, the question is like, I know Cynthia Calvillo is really good, but is she good enough to finish Caitlin Chukagian though? Like, Caitlin Chukagian's clinch is good. Her takedown defense is good. Her grappling is good. Her striking is better than most. So it's a good matchup because when I look at Caitlin Chukagian, she's solid. Like, Chukagian is a solid fighter. Like, she's solid. You know what I'm saying? She's solid everywhere. So you can't be like Chukagian. So she may feel a little boring sometimes, but she's not a bad fighter. She's earned her spot. You know what I'm saying? She's earned her spot at the top of 125. Um, I want to see 2K and be more aggressive, but she had to be aggressive against Jessica Andrade, and she did. She was aggressive, and I think she looked pretty good. Like, I think Caitlin Chukagian was coming over the top with those elbows, man. She was throwing kicks. She was throwing straight punches down the pipe. Caitlin Chukagian was fighting very well in that fight against Jessica Andrade. I'm sorry. I mean, she was. Um, let's see. I think Corey looked overweight. I don't think she looked overweight, man. She's young. These girls are she's young. Their bodies aren't like full yet, Like, Kay Hansen come from a softball background, versus McKenna, just started training mixed martial arts as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, shit, you crazy as hell. McKenna is thick. That's what it is. Corey McKenna is a thickums. Corey McKenna got ass. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's Corey McKenna is a thick girl. Go look at Corey McKenna's social media. She thick off season. I'm just telling you, McKenna is thick. You gotta appreciate them thick girls sometimes, man. You gotta appreciate them Felicia Spencers. Woo! Felicia Spencer. You gotta appreciate the Felicia Spencers of the world. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appreciate the Betch Koheias of the world. I'm just listen, just hear me out, guys. Just hear me out. You gotta appreciate the old Mackenzie Derns of the world, man. Y'all just be tripping, man. Y'all be tripping. You gotta appreciate that type of body. Y'all don't appreciate that. Y'all call that overweight. Corey McKenna thick. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Um, yeah, man, y'all gotta learn to appreciate them girls, man. You gotta appreciate them thick ones, man. Them thick ones. You gotta appreciate them Alima Lay McFarlanes. Shit. You gotta learn to appreciate them Valerie Loredas. Telling you. Them be the ones. She may have done that. Yeah, Marcus Bell, she may have done that, but you gotta appreciate. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the body. Felicia Spencer got cake. You gotta appreciate them Norma Dumonts. You gotta appreciate them Norma Dumonts. Well, y'all crazy. But who does but realistically, guys, who does Kay Hansen beat? Who does Kay Hansen beat? Felice Herrig? She might beat Felice Herrig. I feel like I can see her beating Felice Herrig. Because I don't think Felice Herrig is, a good. Okay, this to me, this is the best fight for Kay Hansen, And I'm not saying this because I think this fighter isn't any good. I think this fighter will completely shut out. I think this fighter will shut Kay Hansen out. I think Emily Spitfire Whitmire versus Kay Hansen. Think about it for a second. Think about Emily Whitmire versus Kay Hansen. Emily Whitmire, that would be what a win. That would do so much for Emily Whitmire. Because they putting Kay Hansen on this pedestal. She's not all that good. They give her a chance to fight in the UFC from Invicta. You know what I'm saying? When other fighters should have gotten contracts for the UFC from Invicta. But she comes in and you know what I'm saying, got all this hype. She's supposed to be so good. Oh, I look up to Ronda Rousey. She's got the ponytail. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be all this and that. And Emily Whitmire been scrapping it out. You know what I'm saying? Whitmire been scrapping it out. You know what I'm saying? And if she could get, if Emily Whitmire could get a win over Kay Hansen, I think that could do a lot for her. But they're gonna feed Kay Hansen to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like they not giving Kay Hansen a break. You know what I'm saying? Like they really not. Some fighters get breaks in the UFC. A lot of fighters get breaks in the UFC. Everybody don't get those. And Emily Whitmire ain't got those, and Kay Hansen ain't getting those either. So I mean, she's fighting some tough girls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she fought. I mean, everybody thought that she was gonna run over Corey McKenna, and only the real fans knew who Corey McKenna was. Everybody else thought Corey McKenna was a nobody. No, I follow women's MMA. I was very aware of Corey McKenna. So no, I still think Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I still think Kowalkiewicz beats Kay Hansen because Kowalkiewicz has the hand speed. Think about it. Kowalkiewicz was able to land punches that hurt Jessica Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Kowalkiewicz was able to throw punches that hurt Andrade. So if Karolina Kowalkiewicz connects over and over in that high-paced style that she likes to fight in, Kowalkiewicz beats Kay Hansen. I mean, come on. Come on now. She beats Hannah Cyphers. Don't do Come on, man. Don't do Hannah Cyphers like that, dog. I think Felisa, maybe Jody Escobel. Okay. Luke Boomy has a chance in shutting out Kay Hansen. Luke Boomy absolutely has a chance. People sleeping on Luke Boomy. Luke Boomy coming out here to fight. Listen, Loma Luke Boomy coming out here to fight, man. Guarantee you. Loma Luke Boomy is here to fight. Kaylin looked bad in her last fights. Yes, she did. She did. But she would still beat Kay Hansen, though. Granger can beat Kay Hansen. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Carolina's still fighting. Yeah, she's still fighting. Um, she just took some time off. She took some time off. Granger. I got pictures of Granger and Ashley Yoda up there, guys. Well, how did y'all feel about that fight? Is it me? I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Is it me or did or does Ashley Yoda look kind of flat? Like it's not the same Ashley Yoda that was fighting Mackenzie Dern. Ashley Yoda got in Mackenzie Dern's face. She got in Mackenzie Dern's face with punches. You know what I'm saying? She was aggressively coming after Mackenzie Dern on the feet. She was. You know what I'm saying? That was a good clash of fists right there. That fight with Ashley Yoder and Mackenzie Dern. It seems like ever since Ashley Yoder, it's like the last couple of Ashley Yoder fights have been kind of flat. I feel like they've been kind of flat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I just feel like she doesn't go after it like she did. But Miranda Granger, on the other hand, was coming after Ashley Yoder's ass in this fight. Like she was coming after Ashley Yoder on the feet. Like she's a decent striker. Like I would like to see Miranda Granger versus Marina Rodriguez. I want to see that fight because therefore neither one of these girls really gonna have to worry about being taken down. You know what I'm saying? And from what I could see, it looked like Miranda Granger was a better striker than Ashley Yoder. It was like Ashley Yoder. It was like Ashley Yoder um, was scared to come after, was scared to engage with Granger on the feet. Is it me or is it crazy? Oh man, y'all gonna start talking about Randa Markos, man. Why y'all have to start talking about Randa? Damn. Randa probably gonna go though. Like that kind of sucks. Like that kind of sucks. It does. Like, because like what I can admire about Randa Markos, man, and I've been following Randa Markos. Never was really a big fan of Randa Markos, but I was always aware of Randa Markos. You know what I'm saying? Ever since she came in from the Ultimate Fighter, um, two strawweight Ultimate Fighters ago. That's how long Randa Markos been in the game. Um, but she took fights. She took fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we talk about fighters who turn down fights and stuff, we can never say that about Randa Markos. She took what she had, the tools that she had, and she produced wins in the UFC. Like, Randa Markos produced wins. She could just never string them together. You know what I'm saying? She could just and think about the caliber of fights that. I mean, let's let me look this up. Let's look up Randa Marcos's record, guys. I mean, we gotta give we even though Randa Marcos isn't coming out on the you know the best end of these fights, guys. Um, Randa Marcos is still tough as nails, and she takes fights and she fights hard. I mean, what more can you ask for, guys? Like, what more could you literally ask for than somebody who comes out and fights um, like Randa Marcos? I mean, let's just read through Randa Marcos's record. Fuck the wins and losses. Let's just listen. Let's just read off who she's been in the octagon with. Even before the UFC, she fought Justine Kish. Then you have in the UFC, Aslin Daly, Jessica Penne, Carolina Kovalevich, Jocelyn Jones Libarger, Courtney Casey, went over Carla Esparza, Alexa Grasso, Juliana Lima, Nina Ansaroff, Marina Rodriguez, Angela Hill, Claudia Gadelia, Ashley Yoder, Amanda Rebus, Mackenzie Dern, and Kanako Murata. Come on, guys. You can't ask for somebody as, I mean, what more can you ask for from Miranda Marcos? And it saddens me, man. It does. Um, it does. It does. It does sadden me a little bit. It does sadden me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, women in combat sports, it does. Um, that Randa Marcos to see Randa Marcos go as hard as. I mean, think about how hard Randa Marcos has went in her run, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she fought and she fought hard, and Randa Marcos can go down as like a fucking warrior in women's mixed martial arts. Like, you can give that title to Randa Marcos, like a fucking warrior, because she'll fight, dude, and she'll fight anybody. And I admire that. She's such a nice girl. Like, I've seen interviews that coach did with Randa Marcos, and she's the fucking nicest, sweetest girl. But she'll kick your fucking ass, and I love it. So if they do cut Randa Marcos, if they do cut Randa, even though I see it coming, it's still gonna suck to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't. MMA fans, guys, we're uh the MMA fans, we are brutal. You know what I'm saying? We're brutal to these fighters, man. But you gotta have some sort of compassion for these fighters. You know what I'm saying? You do think. I mean, Angela. I mean, most people never been in two fights in their life, and Randa Marcos can say that she fought in the UFC how many times? You know? So Angela Hill might be another one who kick the bucket soon. Um Marcus Bell, dude. Shut the fuck up. Marcus Bell. Dude, shut the fuck up, bro. He said he said Angela Hill might kick the bucket. So let's see. I think Randa, if they do cut Randa, I think if they do cut Randa Markos, I think Randa could go on somewhere else and um be successful, maybe. Maybe. Or Randa just might hang it up and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. Nah, she's Randa Markos ain't big enough for flyweight, man. She would be way undersized. I think Randa Markos is she. I think she could fight if they open an atomweight division. I think Randa Markos will go to atomweight um, if they made that atomweight division, which I doubt they'll make. But atomweight would be so stacked, though. I mean, atomweight would be so stacked. You know what I'm saying? You would have you'd have Carla Esparza, um, you'd have Tisha Torres, Michelle Watterson, um, Gian Frey. Um, I think Randa Marcos would go to atomweight. I think Angela Hill could go to atomweight. That's really bad. Hell, the way Mackenzie Dern could go. Nah, I'm just joking. But a lot of those girls could go to atomweight. Maybe even Kay Hansen. Um, so you never know. They should open that division, see what happens. Well, Marcus Bell's stupid, man. If Angela Hill continues on a path of losing short notice fights or even losing, then I think otherwise. Nah, man. They the UFC loves Randa Marcos. The UFC loves um Cynthia Calvillo, and the UFC loves Angela Hill. Angela Hill on that desk too, she on that commentating desk. Like her and Paul Felder are like the same. Everybody loves them, and Dana loves them, but they get beat up. They commentate, they get beat up. So it is what it is. It is what it is, people. Randa can go to Rising or Bellator. She'd be I mean, how good would Randa do against Carrie Melendez? Oh, Carrie Melendez looks pretty good lately. Um, hmm, never know. You got Emily Ducote over in Invicta. The resurgence of Emily Ducote. Um, that's who's really reshaped their careers, Emily Ducote, man. Because ever since losing that big fight to Emily McFarlane, I think that did a lot to Emily Ducote because she thought she was ready to fight. She thought she was ready to be champion, and she wasn't. She wasn't. Um, no, BJ, Carrie Melendez. Now in that fight, I didn't know what the hell I was watching. Dog, Carrie Melendez, Carrie Melendez beat that girl up, dude. Carrie Melendez beat that girl up. She beat that girl up. Like she beat that girl up, dude. But the thing about it, though, the thing about it is there's not like a champion at 115. It's not a champion 115-pound champion. There's a lot of solid 115-pound fighters though over at Bellator. But Kay Melendez is going to flyweight, so you know Maybe Randa could go over there and rule that division. You never know. Maybe Randa could be a Bellator champion. Just the competition in the UFC is just might be too stiff for Randa Markos. I think it is. But she could run over to Bellator and run into the same problem. You know what I'm saying? Because those girls over at Bellator are pretty decent fighters. Mm, I don't know, man. You never know. Well, y'all, I just wanted to come on and talk about the world saying that Kay Hansen got robbed. So I just want everybody to be aware that that's what's floating around in the MMA universe is that Kay Hansen got robbed. So who y'all think gonna win this? Now this is a tough. See, the thing at strawweight is they don't really have a lot of room. The thing at strawweight is that they don't really have a lot of room to pick and choose easy fights for people. Like they don't have a lot of room for that because even when you go outside of the rankings, let me look at the rankings. Because even when you go outside of the rankings, um, let's see. Let's see. Even when you go outside the yeah, you know when you go outside the rankings, you still have solid fighters like Emily Whitmire and Escabel and really good girls outside of the top 15. But then when you get into the top 15, you hit another level. You hit Lavinia Sousa, you hit Verna Jandiroba, you hit Angela Hill, you hit Mackenzie Dern. Um, so at strawweight, you really have to be good. You have to be elite at strawweight to even get into the top 15. And the girls that are outside of the top 15 are the ones who clearly are not elite. The girl, you know what I'm saying? They're not on that elite level. But when you start at level 15 and go up, you start getting to the best strawweight fighters in the world, minus a few like Emily Ducote and all the girls over at Invicta and stuff like that. Um, you start getting to the top 30 best girls, best strawweights in the world. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Angela Hill, Dern, Ribas, Torres, Rodriguez, Gadelia, Esparza. You know what I'm saying? When you start getting up into that, man, that's a whole different territory. Um, and it's the same at 125 too, man. When you hit the top 15, that's when you start getting to the good girl, the top flyweights in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. 115 is, I think, is a step higher in being a Shark Tank than it is. So it's gonna be hard for these. It's gonna be hard for the UFC to give these fight. Some of these girls with this hype behind them. It's gonna be hard to give these girls um, those gimme fights. It's gonna be unless they pulling people in from other organizations and shit like that. Because really anybody at 115 pounds is a tough fight. Really anybody. I give Kay Hansen the benefit of the doubt. She didn't put me to sleep. Boy, these fights ain't putting you to sleep. Quit tripping, dude. These fights ain't putting you to sleep, bro. You sat there and watched every last one of them, just like the rest of us did. And speaking of Claudia, if she keeps doing what she's doing, then she will become a certified stepping stone. Man, y'all crucial, man. Y'all crucial on these fighters like that, dude. I can't be crucial on them like that. Speaking of Claudia, you gonna do Claudia Gadelia like that? What Claudia do to you, Marcus Bell? Marcus Bell, what Claudia do to you, man? Boy, Marcus Bell, man, you shouldn't be like that, dog. That's funny. That is funny. So what happens with this? I think the UFC is gonna give. I think the UFC is gonna give Randa Markos another fight. I think they'll give Randa another fight. Straight up. I think they will. You know, Randa's a tough cookie, man. She is. She's a tough cookie. But yeah, man, we got Jennifer Maya and Valentina Shevchenko. Ain't that this week? Ain't that this week? Oh man, the closer we get to this fight, man, the closer we get to this fight, the more I'm starting to hear. All right, y'all. Like I didn't heard. I keep listen, y'all. Listen, listen. What I'm hearing is people are saying people are starting to give Jennifer Maya more of a shot of at beating Valentina Shevchenko than a lot of the other girls. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm hearing now. People are like, wait a minute. People on social media, on Twitter and stuff are like, okay, guys, like Jennifer Maya is good. She's a champion from outside of the UFC with high level experience, and she's good at everything. She's a good striker. She's a good grappler. Like she's fought and beaten girls who fight like Valentina Shevchenko. And I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm like, oh shit. That kind of gets you, when you read stuff like that, it kind of gets your juices flowing. Like, you know, I'm not writing anybody off at 125 pounds, like with some people, but I'm not like really gonna because I like that division, man. I like 125 pounds, and there's a lot of threats at 125. There's a few standout threats, of course, but there's some competition at 125. 125 is a Shark Tank. 125 is turning into a Shark Tank. The top 15 at 125 is turning into a Shark Tank. So, I mean, it's who eat who out this motherfucker at 125. Everybody is ready to go. Everybody is on alert, ready to kill somebody at 125. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the top 15 at 125 right now and you don't have a fight booked, you better be in shape. That's all I'm saying. Like at 125 right now, if you don't have a fight booked, Montana De La Rosa, Jillian Robertson. Let me look at the rankings. Um, let's see. Robertson, De La Rosa, Davis. If Alexis Davis ever fights, I mean, they keep talking about who was it? Who was it that Macy Barber? Oh, Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso is happening. Yes. Ooh. Yeah. Andrea Lee. Okay, Roxanne is fighting Adarujo. Yeah. So if you are, De La Rosa, Robertson, Davis, and Andrea Lee, and Joanne Calderwood ain't got a fight book, do she? No, she ain't got a fight book. Um, unless there's a fight I don't know about. What does that mean? Let's talk about Macy the Cabbage Patch Killer Barber. What does that mean, Marcus Bell? What does that mean, Marcus Bell? I don't know why you call it the Cabbage Patch Killer Barber. What does that mean? What does that mean, Marcus Bell? Macy is stronger than Grasso, but Grasso is more skilled. Yeah, man, I'm picking Alexa Grasso in that fight. I kind of want Macy Barber to win her next fight, but if it was against Alexa Grasso, then I'm gonna go for Alexa Grasso. Um, I think there's a lot of winnable fights for Alexa Grasso because there's not a lot of girls who's going. I mean, there are some girls that can take her down and dominate her. That's ahead of her, you know. Um, But I think if she can, there's a path there for Alexa Grasso if she can beat a few girls. It depends on who they match her up with if she beats Macy Barber. But let's get through. Yeah, Alexa Grasso is a beast. Alexa Grasso is a beast. She is. Yeah, her boxing is like Alexa Grasso has good boxing, man. She does. She does. Macy Barber looks like one of them Cabbage Patch. No, you stupid, man. Macy cute. Macy thick. Um, but yeah, man. As long as Alexa Grasso don't run into Jillian Robertson or De La Rosa or you know what I'm saying. Let me go back to the rankings here. As long as she don't run into Alexa, or if Alexa Davis ain't gonna fight, a Roxanne Modafferi or somebody that's gonna take her down, Cynthia Calvillo. As long as it's somebody that don't take Alexa Grasso down, she can. If it's somebody that's willing to fight her on the feet, I think she has a huge chance of winning a fight. She has a much better chance of winning a fight if somebody wants to stand a trade with Alexa Grasso. Um, Macy still got that kill switch. Yeah, I told you about that kill switch, Marcus Bell. I told you about that kill switch. Everybody ain't got that kill switch. Macy Bar, listen, that's why I said, dude, that's why a lot of people were excited for that. People were so excited for Jillian Robertson versus Macy Barber, and they didn't even know why they were so excited for that fight. And the reason that they were so excited about that fight is because they both got that kill switch. That's what I was like. When you got two fighters who got that kill switch and they go in the cage together, it's like your nerves, like, dude, I swear the hair on the back of my neck was standing up, bro. Cause I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen in this fight? And then we seen what happened. So it is what it is. But that's why, and see, Macy got that, and that's what makes it so interesting is that Macy Barber got that kill switch. You know, Alexa Grasso, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a kill switch from Alexa Grasso. So, but I'm still gonna go with Alexa Grasso to win this fight, though. But that swings it though. Yeah, that swings it back to fucking Macy Barber when you think about that kill switch. But now Macy gonna have to. But then again, you got Macy coming off of an injury. I'm talking as if this is the same Macy Barber. We don't know what Macy Barber we're gonna get when she steps in the cage with Alexa Grasso. And how is Macy Barber's movement gonna be? Because Alexa Grasso's lateral movement and the way she throws straight punches down the pipe is fucking beautiful, and she counter punches beautifully. Alexa Grasso's boxing is beautiful. Macy Barber got that. She's not technical, but she's effective. I'm trying to tell y'all, she's not technical, but she's effective. Macy Barber clip you one time. Macy Barber swing them big punches that she swing. Macy Barber hit like a featherweight. That's how she's able to neutralize girls like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Macy Barber hit like a damn featherweight and shit. Yeah, you're right, Marcus Bell. In Invicta, yeah, she had that kill switch in Invicta, but it left. Maybe 125 is where she needs to be. Maybe 125 is where we're gonna see the best of Alexa Grasso. Let's hope so, because she's gonna need to be her best against Macy Barber, because Macy Barber gonna swing. If Grasso fights Jillian Robertson, what does she have to do to win? Oh, I mean, look at the Tatiana Suarez fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would, she gonna have to catch Jillian. Like, she gonna have to catch Jillian. That's the only way she gonna beat Jillian Robinson is if she catch Jillian. But the thing about Jillian Robinson though, Jillian Robinson has started striking a lot in her fights. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she's incorporated kicks into her game, you know what I'm saying? And she stunned Courtney Casey with a head kick in that fight. And I was like, like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And see, I'm not saying that Jillian Robinson is going to go out here and beat Alexa Grasso in a striking match. what I'm saying is the fact that Alexa Grasso is a striker, she's gonna and Jillian Robertson comes out striking, then Alexa Grasso is gonna want to strike with Jillian Robertson. Like she's gonna try to hit Jillian, and that's Jillian's gonna duck on. Jillian is excellent at ducking under a jab or whatever and taking you to the ground. Like Jillian Robertson is great at that. And Alexa Grasso has like okay takedown defense. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Macy Barber is going to try to take her down. But somebody relentless like Jillian Robertson going after her legs like that, dude, that's I don't know, man. And Jillian Robertson is great at taking you down, man. She is. She's great at taking people down. So I don't know. Jillian's been working a lot on her striking, dude. I don't know what you laughing at, but if you saying Jillian Robertson ain't been working on her striking, then you're fucking crazy. Um, she's been working on her striking a lot, straight up. Um, Jillian want that Macy fight back though. She want that Macy Barber fight back. I said for real. She said absolutely. I want to fight Macy Barber every time. She said every time they send her a contract. She said she low key hopes that when she opens it, it says Macy Barber. She wants to fight Macy Barber again. I'm like, damn, Jillian, you lost by TKO, and you want to go back in there and get that back. She said, I know I can beat Macy Barber. She said, I know I can beat. See, and Jillian Robertson, it, speaking to just how tough she is, she went into that fight with injuries and never told anybody. And you know what I'm saying? When Dean Thomas dropped that bomb on my podcast, I was like, what? Like, that's like Jillian went into this fight injured? Like, what? That was the wrong fight to go into. That was the wrong fight to go into injured. Macy Barber will beat her again. She might, but Jillian wants that fight again. Jillian thinks she can win that fight. Jillian thinks that she can legit win that fight with Macy Barber. And I would love to see her do it. I would love to see him do it again. Absolutely. I would love to see them do it again because Jillian has put on a lot of more body mass, a lot more body muscle um, since that fight. I mean, look at how she manhandled Courtney Casey, man. And Courtney Casey is big, strong, and athletic. And I'm like, and as I was watching that Courtney Casey fight, I was like, damn it, she could not manage to get Macy Barber to the ground. Like she struggled to get Macy Barber to the ground. And she was, but then she goes out and takes Courtney Casey down like nothing. And I'm just like, how does that make, that doesn't make any sense, but it's MMA. Yeah. Why, in your opinion, is WMMA so much more interesting than the dudes? I think they're far more interesting and exciting. Yeah, I think that the women's MMA is more exciting because, um, for one, it's women, and for two, it's a lot more technical than men's fights. Men fights are very technical. It's just a different level of technique in women's fights. You see a lot more, like you can recognize the styles in women than you can. Men have learned to like mask it so well. And I feel like men are more well-rounded than these women. So they mask it, they all look sort of the same in a way. Um, Versus in women, you see varying differences in how the women fight. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, let's say um Sabina Mazo, in comparison to Joanna Young Jacek, just for instance. Just varying differences in styles. Like, okay, let's say Yana Kunitskaya and Priscilla Cachoeira. You know what I'm saying? Just varying differences in how people fight. You know what I'm saying? And you see the differences, and you see you can for me it was easier for me to recognize what kind of background these people come from. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started watching women and I seen Misha Tate, I was like, this girl cannot punch somebody to save her life. Like, like when I first the first fight of Misha Tate's that I ever watched was when she beat Marlos Conan for because I was a big Marlos Conan fan, and you know when she beat Marlos Conan, I said this girl can't punch this ever life, but she beats bitches up on the ground, like she beats bitches up on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that that was her style, but over the years we've seen Misha, round out her game, but you can still see that style of fight versus, Ketlin Vieira. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just very you can see there's more diversity, I think, in women's MMA. Because then you can really live by that logic that styles make matchups. So, and that term style make matchups is so relevant in women's MMA because there's so many different styles and there's so many different ways that these girls can win these fights, and it's more intriguing to me, man. I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, not dancing, Granny. Don't sleep on her last fight. Listen. Macy Barber got beat up in that fight with Roxanne Modafferi. Like before that injury happened in the second round, in the first round, Macy Barber got beat up. Like Roxanne, I'm sorry, but Roxanne Modafferi beat Macy Barber ass in that fight. If they would have stopped that fight, if okay, let's say I'm gonna show you how bad. I'm gonna show you that she still got her ass beat. If they had stopped that fight the minute that Macy Barber hurt her leg, if they had stopped the fight, and all we had was that first round ass whooping, and then the ass whooping coming into the second round, you still would have said Roxanne Modafferi beat her ass without the injury. Like, because if they would have stopped the fight the second she got injured, all we would have had was footage of them fighting with Macy Barber did not have her injury. So, and that whole time that they were fighting, when Macy Barber was not injured, she was getting her ass beat. She got her ass beat the entire time. I'm sorry, man. I know Marcus Bear. Out of all people, uh, no, Misha was never a striker, but Misha striking was she was an effective striker. She was an effective striker. Go look at that fight with Jessica I. Go look at the fight with Jessica I that Misha Tate had when she was getting pieced up. She was getting pieced up, and Misha landed one shot on Jessica I and put Jessica I down. And then when she fought Sarah McMahon, she landed a big right hand in that fight with Sarah McMahon. Because Sarah McMahon broke Misha Tate's orbital bone in that fight with a right hand drop Misha Tate. And Misha got up, man, and as the fight went on, dude, Misha swung one of them right hands, dude, and cracked Sarah McMahon, dude. I was like, fuck, like Misha Tate, yo, bro, she may have some ugly striking, bro, but when she lands that right hand, yo, Misha can crack, bro. Misha can crack. She always was able to crack. She cracked Julie Kedzie back in Strikeforce with a Superman, a Superman with her lead hand. She threw that motherfucker and bow. I mean, go watch the Julie Kedzie fight. Misha Tate made it work. That's why I love Misha. She made it work. Ronda didn't make it work. Yeah. Who, Misha? Misha was cocky and arrogant? Yeah, I know, man. Ronda had her number, bro. I remember Ronda was beating up a lot of people in that women's bantamweight division with that bad striking. I know, Marcus Bell. She was too, dude. And like you seen, that's the thing. Like we seen the level of competition elevate at 135 because you had the Ronda era, and then you had the Misha era where Misha was champion. And then you seen how quickly the belt got taken from Misha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, first Holly knocks out Ronda, then Amanda, then Misha kind of turned it back a little bit by beating Holly home. We was like, damn, okay, Misha's still in it. Like, Misha's still here. Like, fuck y'all bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, and then Amanda just takes Misha Tate out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a changing of the guard, man. It was a changing of the guard. And oh man, Amanda took Misha Tate out. Like took her out. But it's a different time, man. Women's MMA is the shit. I can go off on a tangent all day. Macy who? Who Macy Chasson? Where did Macy come from? Oh, you mean Misha was cocky? I don't know what you're trying to say, women in combat sports. Y'all better watch out for Macy Chasson, though. I say y'all better watch out for Chasson. Chasson. I better watch out for her. Telling you. That's the one. Macy Barber. Oh yeah, dude. She was real cocky coming into that fight with Jillian Robertson. But she beat Jillian. Injured or not, she beat Jillian Robertson. Fair and square. She beat her fair and square. But look at what happened after that. What happened after the Jillian fight? Look at Jillian's path versus Macy Barber's path since that fight. Oh, Macy Chasson. Listen, I know y'all love Marion Renault. Macy gonna finish Renault. I'm sorry, man. I hate to say that, but Macy Chasson is going to finish Marion Renault. I see it coming. Yeah, Hey, Landsberg is tricky, dude, because Landsberg makes these girls think with her background. You know what I'm saying? She makes these girls think that she's gonna stand there and strike with you, and she's really not that good of a. She's not that effective of a striker. Like her punches are like weird and strange. Um, but Lena Landsberg will catch that leg and trip you and take your ass down. Like, but the thing about the reason why she got beat by listen, Lena Landsberg has experience in the game, bro. Lena Landsberg came into the UFC a veteran already. You know what I'm saying? Like Lena Landsberg, she's been training for a long time, and Lena Landsberg can fight. She can fight. Yeah, Marion's 43 years old. Yeah, she is. She is, and she need to retire. But anyway, y'all, man, I'm getting off here. I gotta go eat some breakfast. And I am starving. My stomach is like, Macy Chasson by destruction. Yeah, man. I hate to say that, but Macy is a big girl and she's a fucking beast. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys coming in. Are you high, TJ? Who is TJ? Oh, women in combat sports all the time. The question is, when am I not? The question is, when am I not? All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. I'll be back tonight, guys. Original No Filter MMA co-host Brad will be coming on tonight, guys, to hang out and have a session with me. Brad will be here tonight. Come through, show us some love, guys. We'll be talking about all the fights from last night. So look forward to that. My boy Brad from No Filter MMA, original co-host, will be back tonight with us. Peace out. I'm out. I'm out. Let me cut this damn camera off. Y'all looking at me in my damn face. Shit. Peace out.